Hi, I'm Lisa, and I'm a financial planner and investment advisor. When I graduated from college, I thought I was going to be a high school English teacher. I was so excited to start working that instead of doing the typical semester student teaching, I opted for the special full year paid student teaching opportunity with a supervisory teacher. My salary was $20,000 a year. And in 1996, believe me, $20,000 was still not a lot of money. This was the first time I was on my own completely. I was responsible for all my bills and living expenses. And at the end of the first year, I was over $30,000 in credit card debt. Not only was I unable to save any money, I couldn't even live within my means. Part of me felt like credit cards were funny money, and part of me felt like credit was the devil incarnate coming after my soul. My independence was at risk, and I could not imagine having to go to my parents for help. I had to fix the situation and quick. My career path led me to the corporate world and a much better paycheck. But it wasn't just the better paycheck that allowed me to get out of debt. Eventually, through a lot of reading and studying and growing in my career, I was able to pay that debt off by myself. And over the next 20 years, learned to save and invest such that I've been able to build what is today over $1 million net worth. I want to share what I've learned with you because whether or not you want to be a millionaire, I believe we all want choices. Choices of when to take trips or not, change jobs or not, start our own businesses or not, stop working before the age of 65 or not. And to do that, we cannot be trapped in debt. We need strong financial foundations, and that requires saving and investing over the entirety of our lives. Today, we're going to talk about the first half of the saving and investing equation. In the next 15 minutes, we're going to unpack savings hacks for checking and savings accounts, credit cards, and apps for purchases. We'll conclude with a short list of actions that you can take today to start changing your financial future. So let's address the elephant in the room. You're probably thinking, Lisa, love the idea of saving more, but I don't have any extra money. How can I possibly think about saving more? I get it. I hear you. I've been there. So, what magic could I possibly have to share with you today? Others are going to tell you to lay off the Starbucks or cancel your Netflix subscription. I'm not going to do that. Others may tell you to carpool to work or don't eat out so often. I'm not going to do that either. I don't want anything about your spending to change. I want to ensure you understand the impact of compounding and then change the companies you use to do your checking, your saving, your credit card purchasing, and apps that you use to make purchases. Simply making a few changes in these areas can put more money in your pocket every month that'll free up money for investing. Now, when it comes to investing, the first concept to understand is compounding. And in compounding, your greatest asset is time. Now, any opportunity to put Justin Timberlake on a slide, I'm not going to miss that. And it's actually appropriate because he was in a movie called In Time. So, what is compounding? What is the power of compounding? Well, let's look at an example. I created an example here, which will use kind of a simplified interest rate of 50% interest per year. Now, that would be fantastic if you could find it somewhere. I don't know of any place that offers that, but if you know of it, please let me know. In this situation, if you have $100 to invest at the end of year one, earning 50% interest, you will not only have your original $100, but you'll have the $50 you earned in interest. At the end of year two, your $100 again earns you $50 of interest. And now compounding takes place. The $50 you earned in year one becomes $25 in year two. In year three, it gets even better. The $100 originally produces your $50 in interest once again. And now your $50 from year one produces $25. Your $50 from year two produces $25. And your $25 produces $12.50 for a total of $337.50, which means the sooner you start saving, the more compounding you can benefit from. But let's look at another example. Let's say we look at two hypothetical investors. In this situation, interest is compounded annually at 9% over 40 years. In this situation, investor one at the age of 25 invests $50 a month, or at the end of the year, $600. And they do that for 8 years, $600 from the ages of 25 to 32. 8 years of investing, a total investment of $4,800. Investor two, on the other hand, waits to start investing until the age of 33. But then for all those years, they invest 32 years, they invest $600 a year, same amount of money per year, but instead of for 8 years, for 32 years, which means their total investment is now $19,200. At the age of 65, you can see the total amounts that each will have. Investor one will have over $104,000, while investor two, who invested 4 times as much money, has less than that at $98,422. So saving early is key. Now, side note, if you're in your 40s or 50s and you're thinking, great, thanks, Lisa, I might as well give up now, I'm not going to be able to catch up, please listen when I say there are many different levers we can pull or push depending upon where you are in your life. Meeting your retirement goals or your financial independence goal does not have to, hold on. Meeting your retirement or financial independent goal does get harder the longer you wait to start saving, but it's all the more reason to work with a financial advisor who can help you figure out what needs to be done to catch up. So we just covered the power of compounding. Let's dig into tactical actions that'll help you save when there's no extra money. And let's begin with checking and savings accounts. A longtime friend of mine surprised me by using the Calendly link on my website and scheduled 30 minutes free conversation with me. When we hopped on the Zoom link, I started by asking her questions like, help me understand, what are you concerned about? And she was worried because she had a lot of money in savings. She said, Lisa, over the last 10 years, I've put a lot of money in savings and I'm not sure if it should be there or somewhere else. She was thinking about putting a down payment on a house, so we wanted to keep the money liquid and available in case she found a house she liked. We began working together, and I found out that the $30,000 she had was in a U.S. bank savings account earning 0.9% interest annually. I suggested that she open an Ally savings account, which earned 3.4% interest compounded daily, and we'd transfer the money to that savings account. In just that one simple move, we went from her earning $271 a year in interest to over $1,000 in interest. The checking and savings accounts you use makes a big difference. So, which banks would I recommend? Here are the four that I've done research on and highly recommend for having the best rates available to you. They also meet my criteria for using a checking and savings account. One, there has to be no minimum balance requirement. Two, no overdraft fees. Three, no ATM fees, or if there are ATM fees, they get reimbursed at the end of the month. You should be earning 3.3 to 3.4% interest, and this is as of February 2023, or 0.9 to 1% interest on checking as of February 2023. Out of these four, I personally use Ally for checking and savings, but I did see that American Express not only offers 1% interest on checking, but they also reward you American Express rewards points for money that you spend on your debit card. So you can not only be earning interest on your checking, but you can be redeeming your rewards points for prizes, rewards givebacks in their American Express rewards program. So what do you need to do if you want to move forward with this? There are 6 steps to consider. You can open the new account wherever you decide is best for you. Make sure you transfer money to the new account. If it's checking, update your employer with your new account number for your direct deposit. If it's checking, update any bills you might have on auto pay and make sure your billing institutions have your new account number. You can go into almost any online banking program and set up your bill pay so your monthly bills can be done online, and then you can close the old account. That's it on checking and savings accounts. Now let's transition to talk about credit cards. How can you leverage credit cards for saving when you have a limited income? I was on a different Zoom call last week with another friend of mine, used my Calendly link, scheduled 30 minutes free with me, and wanted to talk to me about her credit cards. She and her husband had over 8 different credit cards they were using. And while the average American family has 4 credit cards, I don't have a problem with the number of credit cards they had. My concern was the fact that they were spread across 8 different cards, so they weren't able to build up any significant rewards on any 1 or 2 cards. So when it comes to credit cards, first, decide what kind of rewards you want to earn. Is it cash back or points or miles? Second, use a site like bankrate.com to sort through your options. You can see here that you can, on Bankrate, you can look at cards that offer the best cash back, the best introductory interest rate for balance transfers, the best card for people with average credit or excellent credit. All the options are there. So what are my criteria for credit cards? First, there should be absolutely no annual fee. Very rarely are any rewards worth the annual fee unless you are traveling 100% of the time for your job and are able to use your credit card for all business travel and expenses. So, no annual fee. You want to put every recurring bill you can on the credit card: water, gas, internet, cable, subscriptions. Then you want to pay off the credit card every month, just like you would have normally paid your bills every month. You use the cash back or the points that you've earned to redeem for items that you can use for birthday presents, household items, and then the money you would have used on the birthday presents or the household items you use to save or invest. I currently am using the pink Discover Cashback card because they have a great cashback percentage. So here are the things to know about credit cards. Now, let's transition to the last topic, which happens to be apps for purchasing. From credit cards to phone apps, I want to suggest two specific apps you can use to help increase the savings you have every month. This last Christmas, I was sitting at my desk right here in my home office, and I was perusing Pinterest looking for homemade gift ideas so I could save some money for Christmas. But as I was looking, I thought, now, wait a minute, I want to be cool Aunt Lisa, not weird Aunt Lisa. And I started doubting my homemade gift idea. Luckily, before my nephew ended up with an oven melted vinyl record file organizer for college, I thought, oh my gosh, wait a minute, my Upside app, I could use that. And through my Upside app, I was able to cash in a $30 Kohl's gift certificate. So with that and a cute little picture frame with a picture of my nephew and I, his Christmas gift was complete. So how does this work? Well, before I go buy gas or go out to eat, I pull up the Upside app to see what incentives are being offered. By buying gas at certain places or at certain times of the day or choosing a certain restaurant, I'm building up cash which can be used on the next birthday gift or next personal need that I have, which frees up money for saving or investing. You can see what the icons look like for Fetch and Upside on a screenshot of my own. And actually, just last week, I was able to earn $14.35 on filling up my four-wheel drive for, it was one fill up actually. And you can tell my fill up was $74 and I earned $14 cash back with just that one fill up. There's another site that I took a screenshot of here, or an app, I should say, and it's called Fetch. With Fetch, you upload receipts and you build up points which can be redeemed for gift cards to a variety of places. So with that, let's summarize the actions you can take to immediately start freeing up some money for saving and investing. First, open a no fee, no minimum balance, interest paying checking account and savings account. Second, open, utilize, and pay off every month a cashback or miles or points credit card with no annual fee. Third, download Upside or Fetch and create a profile for each and start earning points or straight cash back. 4, schedule a free 30-minute Zoom call with me. These tips work for me and most of my clients, but they may not work for everyone. So let's work together to create a financial action plan that fits you where you are right now. This is a screenshot of my website, Clear Springs Wealth, and you can use the button here on the top right or this link right here to schedule that free phone call. These steps are just the beginning to laying your future financial foundation. Please know you're not alone if you feel like this is difficult or if you don't feel like you make enough money to really make a difference to your future. I've been there. I've had low-paying jobs. I've had high-paying jobs. I've gone from wondering how I'm going to cover the car payment to hiring out my house cleaning. Regardless of where you are right now, we can work together and change your financial situation. To be honest, I haven't always reveled in my financial independence, and sometimes I still don't. It's been a process to define how I want my life to look. It's a delicate balance to write your own story, define your own path, and yet act on the advice and guidance of others. I think in all of our lives, there are times when we, think we need to bear down and figure it out for ourselves. But when it comes to something we don't do very often, like financial planning or investing, there are others whose expertise we can leverage. I help women just like you plan for your financial future. Now is the time to say, I'm not going to do this by myself. I'm going to reach out and get help and benefit from someone who thinks about this every single day. Let's have a free, no strings attached 30-minute conversation about your goals and what your aspirations are, and see if I can help you worry less and feel more confident in your finances and free up your time to focus on what you love. Thanks so much.